Hey guys, welcome to another video, and this is a much requested video, especially every time when I do a live stream. Most of you have been asking me, how do you stream without Elgato? How do you stream with teammates audio and in such good quality? So in today's video, I'm going to, sort of show you the streaming setup and tell you how do exactly I stream, and I will also show you the softwares and the hardware components that I use to achieve the result that we get. It is not Elgato good, but it is very, very good quality. Now, disclaimer, there are things which I have which not many people would have, so I will include everything and what is the minimum that is required. But before we get into all of that, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a video. In the description of each video, you will find a link to the Telegram community. You can go ahead and join us there to get your questions answered. And last but not the least, if you think the hard work is worth the effort, please click on the join button and support the channel. Now, without further ado, hello awesome people, welcome to Smartphone Tutorials. My name is Kailash. Let's get going. Alright, so how to stream using a PC without Elgato is what we are talking about. Now this video is going to be a little lengthy because in this I'm going to show you how to stream using an Android device, how to stream using an iPhone, and in this we are also going to cover two categories, in which one will be a paid software for Android devices and one will be a free software, because for iPhone I am going to use the paid software, and for Android as well you can use it, but you will need a cable and stuff like that. So first let me list the amount of things that you will need. You will need a decent gaming computer or a normal computer for that matter, which has a relatively slightly powerful processor and sort of a okay GPU, because for streaming you do need encoding, decoding and some power for processing stuff like that. So if you're going to use a laptop which is fairly like 2-3 years old, that is still fine. You will need an internet connection. I recommend at least 20 to 30 Mbps or above. Over here we are using a 100 Mbps fiber connection, so that's extremely low latency, gives good streaming experience and all that stuff. Now apart from this, we will need an aux cable, a 3.5mm aux cable. We will need a USB Type-C cable, and if you are using an Apple device, you don't really need, but to be safe, just keep a lightning cable handy as well, because sometimes that can be useful as well. So what do we have here? We have a POCO F1, iPhone 11 and a Redmi Note 9 Pro. The K20 Pro there is charging. So first let's talk about the computer and what all we will need on there. First we will talk about the free experience, and then we will talk about the paid experience. In both the cases we will have a win-win situation. The quality will not be as great as Elgato, but it is going to be more than satisfactory. It is going to be the quality of what my live streams look like. So first of all, you need a Windows computer like a Windows 10 or any Windows computer which has the latest Windows 10 edition installed, and you will need an app called or a software called Miroid. Now this is free. The link is mentioned in the description. I'll show you how it looks once we go ahead and launch it. All right, so we are going the Android route first. Okay, so this software here will help us stream the content from your phone to your PC, or basically mirror the content from your phone to your PC. There are two ways of doing this. One is with a USB connection and one is with a Wi-Fi connection. I prefer the Wi-Fi method, but you can use the USB as well. The only reason I'm saying you can use USB is because if your Wi-Fi router is not of a very high quality, then you might have frame drops and the stream might not look that great. This is a try and test thing. You can try it and then you should be good to go. So how do you get the screen to mirror? The first thing you need to do is you need to go to your Android device and enable developer options and enable USB debugging, USB install and USB security settings. I have enabled all three on this device. The POCO F1, it is running the bestgamingrom. You can be on a stock ROM and it will still work fine. All right, so first let's go ahead and connect through USB. Alright, now as you can see over here, the screen of the phone is already mirrored. It says install via USB. You can go ahead and choose to install this app or not. That's completely fine. Okay, now you have the screen mirrored. Now let's see if you're getting the audio or not. So what we will do here is we will quickly launch PUBG Mobile. Now you can also do a full screen to this particular app. as you can see. Now I do have a dual screen setup, so if I do a full screen, I don't really have a problem, but most of the time I just keep it like this, and I go ahead and extend it all the way to fill the screen so that I can use other apps while multitasking as well. And I do understand that not everyone out there will have a dual screen setup, so this is how big you can make it. All right, now remember, this is the USB method of mirroring the screen. We will launch OBS Studio later. I will show you how I stream and what are the settings that I use. As you can see, the video is being streamed, but the audio is still coming through the phone. All right, now to do that, to fix that, what we're going to do is, that is where the 3.5mm aux cable comes into the picture. On Windows, you can go to sound settings. Okay, now once you go to sound settings, you need to open the sound control panel. Okay, over here you have playback, recording, sounds and communication. So you actually go to the recording part and make sure there is nothing disabled over here. You will have an option over here called line in and stereo mix. If they are disabled, you can just right click on it and uncheck check show disabled and show disconnected devices, and then you can enable these two, line in and stereo mix. Now this basically is a port at the back of your computer or the mic port on your laptop. Even if the front of your computer has a mic port, you can still use it. So find that out. It's usually the one which is next to the green colored 3.5mm port, and then connect one end of the aux cable to that, and the other end you need to go ahead and connect it to your phone. Okay. Now once you've connected that, as you can see, I don't know if you can hear or not, the audio is coming through the speakers. That means the audio has already gone to the computer. So 3.5mm jack and USB cable. This is one way of streaming if you don't want to rely on your Wi-Fi connection to give you the best experience. But next we can get rid of this cable so that it's easier to play and stream. So what we will do is, we will go to Miroid again. Okay, over here you have a link icon, click on that and it says casting, select that. It will disconnect and then it will connect using Wi-Fi. There you go. You can close this window and let's maybe go back to PUBG. Now we can remove this USB cable. See, this is disconnected. The only thing that is connected now is the aux cable, and you can see that the screen is being mirrored real time. So there's nothing to worry there. You can play, there won't be a lot of latency. But as I said, remember, you need to have a decent Wi-Fi router so that it can push that much, megabits per second and stuff like that to give you a good casting experience. The quality won't be as good as Elgato, but it will be decent enough so that you can stream. Now, this is the Android part of sharing your screen with the computer. That is one part of it. Now we will move to OBS Studio. Before that, let me just actually go ahead and disable the game audio. Okay, so now we are ready to stream, but we still need to send data to YouTube. All right, now to do that, first you need to go to OBS Studio. Again, this is a free software, free application available on that link that is mentioned. You can download and install it. Now once you have OBS Studio installed, there will be a few settings which I will show you right now. I have, as I said, a 100 Mbps connection. Just Google, based on your internet connection speed, what is it that you will need to change. So first, once OBS Studio is launched, you need to go to settings, and under stream you need to select YouTube and primary YouTube ingest server. Then there will be a stream key. I would suggest you Google how to find the stream key. It is there in your channel. Just paste it here. Okay, and then in output, I'm using 10,000 kbps or 10 mbps. You can use a lower one. Audio bitrate, you can use 160. Encoder, if you have a graphic card, keep it on hardware. If you don't have a dedicated GPU, keep it on software. And audio, this is the critical part. Now, when you talk about desktop audio, select your headphones. If you don't have headphones, select your speaker. Okay, now mic. The first mic has to be your USB audio device or whatever mic you use with the computer. all right, because that is how you will communicate with your teammates. So basically, after connecting this aux cable, what we've done is that the audio of the game and your teammates will go to the computer and to the stream. All right, now you can go to video and select 1080p 60 fps, 1080p 30 fps, or 720p 30 fps, depending on your connection speed. Now that is the OBS setup part, but we still need to share the screen of your phone to OBS so that it can go on to YouTube. So over here you have an option called sources. So click on that and select window capture. Okay, you can name it whatever you want, hit OK, and then you will find over here Miroid. Okay, in this window just find Miroid and hit OK. You can select or enable or disable for capture cursor, hit OK. Now all you need to do is you need to drag and drop till the time you have a perfect, screen sort of a thing. And to cut this top part, press and hold the Alt button on your keyboard and then drag this. Okay, there you go. See, it already looks perfect. Okay, now you've set up your stream key, you've set up the audio and video. You can see over here. Now over here at the bottom, this is your mic from the PC and this is your speaker where you can hear the game audio. So as you can see, this is moving and this is also moving. That means OBS is capturing my voice as well as the desktop audio. All right, that means your game audio with teammates voice is good to go. Right, so all you need to do after this is click on start streaming and your stream will be going live. This is a very easy and simple way. It works on all the Android devices running, Android 9, Android 10, whatever, stock ROM, custom ROM. So Wi-Fi and USB screencasting with just a aux cable, a USB cable and a computer, pretty good quality. The quality then depends on your internet connection. This is one way of doing it. The second way and the paid way, before we end the video, which I use for iPhone because it's very amazing, is something called as Air Server. The settings on OBS Studio will be exactly the same, but then we will change the software. So let's maybe go ahead and close Miroid over here and let's disable this particular thing so it goes black. Now you can install Air Server from the Windows Store. It is available as a 30-day trial and then you can request again to extend it for another 30 days. But otherwise for lifetime it is $800, which I think is worth it. Your, opinion may vary. So now we come back to the amazing iPhone. Now remember, this method also works on Android devices. You can use Air Server, install the Air Server app on the Android device, and you can still wirelessly stream. But then for audio, you will still need to connect an aux cable to Android, but on iPhone, you don't need to do that. So Air Server is open. Make sure your phone is connected to the same network always while streaming. Even for the Miroid method, your phone has to be connected to the same Wi-Fi network on which your PC is connected, and same goes for the iPhone. So you see that Air Server is open, right? All I need to do is go to screen mirroring. You see, okay, click over here. And as you can see, it says Kailash's iPhone. It is already streaming stuff. So now we can maybe go ahead and launch PUBG. Now the beautiful thing about iPhone and Air Server is that you don't need to connect any cables unless you want to charge the phone. Okay, because the teammates audio will also go to the stream wirelessly. The game audio will go to the stream wirelessly. You can just connect, you can just use the headphones to talk to your teammates and everything will be butter smooth. This is pretty simple. As you can see, the audio is already coming there and it is streaming wirelessly. So after this, you need to again go to OBS Studio. Just double click on the window capture, drop down, select Air Server, adjust it to your liking, and bam, you have game audio and teammates audio, and then you just need to click on start streaming. Now this is a very simple tutorial that I have created for Android and iPhone devices. There is not much expense. At the most, if you go the Air Server route, which I think you should, because this is better in terms of quality compared to Miroid, and this is much more reliable, and especially if you're an iOS user, hands down go for this because it will give you a complete wireless streaming experience. And even if you go the Miroid method for Android, there is not a single penny that you have to spend apart from the aux cable. So let me know what do you think about this particular streaming method. I think this has been working for me great, and this is a very simple and straightforward method. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Until the next one, this is Kailash signing off at Smartphone Tutorials. Keep smiling. Take care. Goodbye.